Hey guys, Lieutenant Curious here today. I am here with LEGO Star Wars Minimoc number 47 on the planet of Gentees. Now Gentees is known for having swamps and some volcanoes, but basically in this Minimoc, at the beginning of the Clone Wars, there was a huge separatist invasion on the planet that left a lot of the swampy area left in wasteland. So what I basically did with this terrain is made it kind of a mixture of swampy wasteland terrain. So yeah, let's get into that overhead view. Alright, so as you guys can see, this Minimoc once again is on a 32 by 32 base plate. And you can see that the base color of this terrain is reddish brown, and that there are quite a few different colors in this terrain, which I will get into in a little bit. Now you can see right back here is a small CIS fortifications wall, that basically what they're doing there is making sure that the clones do not get past it, which as you can see they are doing a pretty good job of it. And you can see there are some nice wall designs that I will get into, some nice crates up there that I will also get into, and some really nice detail and terrain with the clones getting obliterated down below. So yeah, let's get into this awesome terrain. Alright, so as you guys can see, this is the terrain of the planet Gentees after the Battle of Gentees, which was near the beginning of the Clone Wars, which explains why there are Phase 1 clone troopers in this Minimoc. So as you can see, there are a decent amount of patches of vegetation, mainly in olive green stem grass and olive green Seleucami battle pack pieces, or curly stems, whatever you like to call them. And also over here, and there is also another spot where I have some of these, I have some mushrooms for just some fungal presence in the terrain. And a lot of different colors in the terrain. Some colors are there because of the wasteland feel that I wanted to give this. Like I added some dark bluish gray and some black, and my favorite color in LEGO, dark brown, to give it that swampy wasteland texture that I thought turned out really cool. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, now I will show you guys a few more views of this terrain and then get into what is going on with these clones. So you can see that mainly this terrain is made up of a base color of reddish brown. There is a little patch over here made up of base color of dark tan. But besides that, all the colors in this terrain are reddish brown, dark brown, black, olive green, and dark tan. So yeah, pretty cool terrain. I really like how this turned out. It might actually be my favorite terrain that I've done. Now we get over here to more of a swampy area where there is a nice small swamp here with some trans 1x1 tiles and some trans 1x1 plates in just a nice puddle there, surrounded by some fire spurting up by all the explosions. And as we get over here, there's a little more dense area with some olive green stem grass and some of these brown appendages, and also some more mushrooms. There are two stacked right here that I added. I thought that turned out pretty cool. And as we get right here, there is a cool swamp tree that I added that has two of these stems that kind of wind around each other. They are two separate trees, and they kind of just come up and wind up next to each other. Sorry for the really weird lighting there, guys. And it just kind of adds a nice cover for this swampy area here. I thought it turned out really cool. I used some dark green and dark red leaves on top, which I thought was a nice addition to the Minimoc. Now I will give you guys a view of over where the custom speeder crashed, which I will get into that in a little bit. Alright, so over here you can see more of this really cool terrain and some nice patches of dark brown. Specifically, I love this. I love having dark brown on reddish brown. I think it looks really cool. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Now this is actually my custom speeder, which I thought turned out pretty cool. It is custom for phase 1, and I just used some white, I just integrated some white pieces in there, and there's just some nice pieces. If you guys would like, just comment down below if you would like me, I probably will anyway, but if you would like me to post a picture of the speeder by itself on Instagram so you can get a better view of it and maybe some extra shots of how I built it, I would be glad to do that. So as you can see over here, and as I will explain, these 3 clones were obliterated by this wall that the droids have really good cover from because it's very heavily fortified. There are quite a few droids. This clone basically pulled up in this speeder, and the speeder was most likely shot, or maybe the pilot was shot, and it kind of just crashed here. And you can see there's a lot of like torn up ground with some cheese slopes and tiles in reddish brown and dark brown. And as we get over here, there is another clone that has been shot, and you can see there is some blood trailing behind him. And like I showed you guys at the beginning, which I will show you again right now, there is another clone trooper. This is actually the clone commander, since he has yellow markings, over here that is currently being picked up by this battle droid to dispose of him, just so the clones that come in later don't use the clones that are already here as cover, which is actually kind of ironic, but they actually would do that. So yeah, now we'll get into the fortifications wall. Alright, so as you guys can see, this is the left side of the fortifications wall, and we have some nice wall design here. This is probably my favorite wall design that I've ever done. It is 6 bricks tall, and you can see in the middle I have just a dark bluish gray stripe, and on the outside I have light bluish gray. And then right here in the center I have one of these 2x2 cone kind of pieces, and then just some slopes in dark bluish gray, and then these larger slopes in dark tan, just to add some nice detail. I really like how that looks, so I hope you guys enjoy it. There is also the same exact design on the other side. Here's more of an overhead view. Sorry for the weird lighting. So yeah, I thought that turned out pretty cool. And now as we get over to this left side, there are some crates full of weapons for droids, and there's a droid sitting here just looking over the battlefield, and a crate for some kind of exhaust for fumes that would be in the air, which, by the way, this is a Type 2 atmosphere, so clones would have to wear their helmets at all times, and droids are not affected. So as you can see, this is kind of somewhat a trench, a heavily fortified trench that the droids would use to easily walk through and get to other parts of the wall. So up here, there is, on the other side, there is another droid. This is a super battle droid. He is currently trying to grab this crate and move it, and there are a couple other crates full of weapons, and this is some kind of gas tank right there. And you can see I added a nice design to these railings all along here. So yeah, that's about it for this mini mock. Now we'll get to letting you guys go. Alright guys, that's about it for LEGO Star Wars Mini Mock number 47 on the planet of Gentees. Now if you guys would like to check out my Instagram for daily behind the scenes updates on all of my builds, that would be greatly appreciated. Also leave a like on the video to help me out, and subscribe for some more awesome LEGO Star Wars content. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you next time.